Good afternoon, everyone. This is the regularly scheduled meeting of the Ways and Means Committee, and I'm John Quincy, Chair of the committee, and I'm joined by Councilmember Johnson, Council Vice President Glidden, Council Members Palmisano and Yang, and I understand Councilmember Bender will be here shortly. We have a pretty lengthy agenda. It's 37 items, but I think it's all on our consent agenda. So we'll just begin and see how we're doing. If anybody has any questions or would like anything pulled for discussion, please let me know. From the city attorney's office, we have 5 legal settlements to be considered today. We also have from the city coordinator's office a gift acceptance for travel and related expenses to Turin, Piedmont, Italy for food conferences. We have a grant acceptance from the Greater Twin Cities United Way to support the Talking is Teaching, Talk, Read, Sing campaign. We also have a gift acceptance of attendance at the 2016 Business Day here at City Hall. Community Planning and Economic Development brings forward a contract amendment with Blackstone Contractors, LLC for the Powderhorn Gateway Art Restoration Project. Finance and Property Services has this is the 2017 Proposed Property Tax Notice Supplement and the the contract with CPMI Inc. for Owners Project Representative Services for the new downtown office space. This is the building project, and this is selecting a Owners Project Representative. Human Resources Department has the 2017 Open Enrollment for City Benefit Plans. That's a receive and file item for the 2017 benefit plan options. And the medical plan options for Medicare eligible retirees. That's item number 13. Item number 14 is from the Intergovernment Relations. This is a contract for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, regional analysis of impediments for fair housing addendum work. We also have from the Information Technology Department a contract with Arete Consulting and a contract amendment with Conic Inc. These are for services related to the elections management system. They're referred from the Executive Committee. This is the appointed position of the City Coordinator's Office for Chief Resiliency Officer. From the Community Planning or Community Development Regulatory Services Committee, there's 2 items. One is both of them are modifications to the common plan and modification to the 9th Street and Hennepin Avenue redevelopment plan. We also have a home ownership opportunity Minneapolis down payment and closing cost assistance program administration. This approves an increase in those costs loan administration for $1,000 per loan to $1,200 per loan. From Health, Environment, and Community Engagement Committee, we have amending a grant agreement with Minnesota Department of Health for additional lead poisoning intervention funding, and acceptance of a grant from Minnesota Department of Health for lead and healthy homes services, as well as a grant from Minnesota Department of Transportation for landscaping and Triangle Park. From Public Safety, Civil Rights, and Emergency Management Committee, we have the travel expense donation acceptance from Major Cities Chiefs Association, a contract amendment with Minnesota Public Housing Authority for security services, contract amendment with Hennepin County for operation of the detox van, a contract amendment with Stillwater Emergency Management for federal Homeland Security grant management services, as well as a travel expense donation acceptance from the Center for Law and Social Policy. Transportation and Public Works Committee brings forward a number of projects. This is the 29th Street West street lighting project, 50th Street West and France Avenue parking facility. We also have an agreement with University of Minnesota for traffic cameras and variable message signs. The Nicollet Mall reconstruction project. It's a contract agreement with James Corner Field Operations. We have the 10th Avenue Storm Tunnel Phase 3 project, contract amendment with PCI Roads. 54th Street West reconstruction project. This is an assessment reduction for one of the properties. We also have the Nicollet's Central Modern Streetcar Project. This is just a name change in the vendor and on the contract. We have a bid for Lindale Avenue Gate Valve Chamber Rehabilitation Project, as well as a bid for revised signal systems and pedestrian curb ramp improvements project. And the final item is a bid for the 10th Avenue Storm Tunnel Repairs Phase 4 project. Are there any questions? I see Councilmember Yang. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. A comment on item 26.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In the Public Safety, Civil Rights, and Emergency Management Committee meeting, there was question as to the item, contract amendment with Stillwater Emergency Management, and I just wanted to be clear that that's not the municipality of Stillwater. It is a separate independent company called Stillwater Emergency Management. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. I recall that was a question of whether it had anything to do with the city, and it did not. It's a separate vendor that has that same name. Any other questions? Not seeing any. All those in favor of the consent items as presented by staff on various committees, please signify by saying aye. Aye. And opposed, those items all carry. That concludes the agenda portion of it. I do want to take a moment to just point out that we'll be beginning the annual budget subcommittee meeting and department budget presentations. Highlights, of course, is the City Council's budget. That's the first one discussed, as well as the Mayor's Office, City Clerk and Elections Department, as well as Health, City Attorney, and City Assessor. Those are all on September 22nd at 9:30 in the morning, going through the noontime. On October 6th, we'll have the Public Works presentation at 9:30 to noon, as well as the Community Planning and Economic Development and Regulatory Services Departments from 1:30 to 3:30. And those are the ones that will be up in the next week or two. So with that, our agenda is exhausted, and we are adjourned. Thank you.